One of Hawaii's biggest local tournaments happened at Manoa Monthlies, the 70th edition. Being a C-tier tournament and ironically having over 70 entrants, this tournament had all of Hawaii's top talents attending with even some invaders coming too. With that being said, let's move on to our top 8 finishers. Starting off the tournament, in 7th is Dark Musician and King. Starting off with Dark Musician, he's actually one of the amazing event organizers of this tournament, only going to 2 tournaments before this one and outplacing his 13th seed. He started off the weekend with beating Gecko but immediately losing to Gray, one of Hawaii's best PT mains, and going on an amazing run of his own in this tourney too. After that, he dropped down to losers, beating Kilometer and Coconut Bombastic 2-0, and then going on to face Weston, winning the Game 3 over him. In his losers round 6 match, he gets a win over Manoa, Hawaii's premier Robin player, in another 2-0. His next match would be streamed against BBW. Moving on to his next match, he would unfortunately lose to Hawaii's best role player, Days, in a 3-0. Our other 7th place finisher, King, being one of the best players in Hawaii, came into the weekend as a 7th seed and placing exactly that at this tournament. He started off the day beating Sika, Altair, and Weston all 2-0 without dropping a single game. King would unfortunately go up against our first invader and top Shulk player, Nico.
damage just keeps racking up. And Smash Art is online once again. King. Oh! Oh, no! Wow. That is the first time we dropped all set off. And it catches King off guard. And like I said, Nico just...
King would lose 3-0 to Nico and being sent down to losers to fight Mario Tree, Hawaii's best Isabeau player in a 3-0, but unfortunately running into small left Hawaii's #1 ranked player and losing that in a close Game 5 set, eliminating himself at 7th. Moving on to another side of the bracket, we have our two 5th place finishers, Big Stu, Hawaii's second best ranked player, and My Name is 67, Hawaii's premier raw player. Let's first talk about My Name is 67. 67 beat Prophet 2-0, Coconut Bombastic 2-0, Gray 2-1, and Days 3-0, but unfortunately running into our second invader, Larry Lur. '67 lost in a 3-0, being sent down to losers to fight Small Left, which would ultimately go to a Game 5 but losing 3-2. Moving on to Big Stu, he came into the weekend as a 6th seed and won against Jeff Curry in a 2-0, Vu 808 in a Game 3 set, and Ikandras in a 2-0-2. Winners quarterfinals saw Hawaii's #1 ranked player in Small Left against Hawaii's #2 ranked player, Big Stu, with Big Stu coming out victorious in a Game 5 set, sending Small Left down to losers. He then had to face Nico. Being one of the best Shulk players, Big Stu lost 3-1 and got sent down to losers, facing one of his longtime rivals, Days, in a close Game 5 set.
He's gonna get this.
Oh no, he's
Okay, that's gonna get the stock off. So he's finally got the stock off. Rage Art isn't online just yet, but it's not gonna matter because as soon as he gets it,
Yeah,
the jab to
pressure.
to the Jair. The
Reverse
Jair is
3-0
going to call-
complete.
Speaking of Days, he's our 4th place finisher, being seeded to get 5th and outperforming it too. He came into the weekend beating Small 2-0 and dropping a game to both Pyro's Magic and Shun, but squeaking it out in a Game 3 set against both of them, and moving on to fighting My Name is 67, one of our 5th place finishers, and losing 3-0 to him mentioned in our segment with 67, and being sent down to losers, and beating Dark Musician and Big Stu mentioned in their segments too, but shortly after going up against Small Left.
Here we go. Oh, is he dead? No, he's gonna live. Woo!
Days lost in a 3-0, being eliminated at 4th, but all good things considered, being that he outplaced his seed. I'm using this as an excuse to segue into our next person, Small Left, who finished at 3rd, placing exactly his seed. He started off the weekend beating Doc Wupel, Pizza Time, and the Chancellor in a 2-0 fashion, but running into a roadblock in Big Stu and losing 3-2 like we mentioned before. Small Left then went on to beat Gray 3-0 and King in a Game 5 set, and so as My Name is 67 too. After that, he won against Days 3-0 and matched up against Larry Lur. moving on, we now have our top two finishers being Larry Lur and Nico, both not being from Hawaii but still placing top two at this big local. Let's first talk about Nico. Nico came into this tournament as a second seed and placing just that or even higher. He started off the weekend beating G Puffix 2-0, Darth Wampa 2-0, Melona 2-0, and King 3-0-2. He then went on to beat Big Stu 3-1 until finally meeting Larry Lur in winter finals.
Hawaii right now. This is a SoCal set, and Larry is falling behind. Oh, we almost got him with the runoff smash art again.
Nico will take that damage though. Definitely worth it.
Well, that's gonna be it. Nico is going to take
We did drop a few
3-2.
frames. We dropped a little bit frames, but not that much. It was like very.
Nico beat Larry Lur in a close 3-2 set, sending Larry down to losers and sitting comfortably in the winner's side of grand finals. Moving into Larry Lur, he came into the weekend as the first seed and beating Flood 2-0, Thermalax 2-0, 0-2-0, BBW 3-0, My Name is 67 3-0, and then running into Nico and losing in a Game 5 set in the winner's final like we mentioned before. Larry Lur went up against Small Left and beating him in another 3-0 and faced Nico, yet again in the grand finals.
Yeah, and it's also harder.
That's gonna be damage. Oh, he doesn't get the reset on the platform.
Class.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's
you're
gonna
gone.
be it!
You're gone. You're gone.
Nico closes it out, reading the
You're
air dodge to
gone.
the stage, and he wins two best of 5 set or
Yep,
game 5
3-2.
sets against Larry to win Manoa 71.
Nico came out with another close Game 5 set and won the tournament over Hawaii's best and Larry Lur. With that being said, Thank you for watching and see you around for the next one.